Have you ever wondered what it would take to make something, anything, nearly perfect? I'm not talking just good or even great. I mean, statistically, almost completely flawless. Well, today, we're going to crack open the toolbox used by the world's most efficient companies to do exactly that. So let's start with just a number, 3.4. That's it. What do you think that means? Kind of seems small, right? A little random, maybe? Is it a percentage? An average score? What could it possibly be? Okay, it is definitely not 3.4%. It's 3.4 defects for every 1 million opportunities. That is the unbelievably high standard of quality that's at the heart of a methodology called Six Sigma. We're talking about being successful 99.9996% of the time. Just think about that. And that right there is the ultimate goal. This crazy pursuit of near perfection is what drives companies to use some of the most powerful and systematic improvement tools ever created. It's why this stuff is such a big deal. So, how in the world does an organization get to that level of quality? Well, it turns out there are two main highways that lead to process excellence, and, they often travel together. Let's take a look at the two big philosophies, Lean and Six Sigma. Here's the easiest way to think about the difference. Think of Lean as an efficiency artist. It's totally obsessed with speed and making things flow smoothly. How? By hunting down and getting rid of every single bit of waste. Six Sigma, on the other hand, is more like a statistical surgeon. It's obsessed with quality and precision, and it uses data to slice out the tiniest variations that could lead to a mistake. And when Lean talks about waste, it's not just talking about what's in the trash can. It's targeting muda, which is any activity that doesn't add value for the customer. It's also going after muri. That's when you're overworking your people or your machines. And mura, which is just plain inconsistency in your workflow. The main tool for finding all this is value stream mapping. You basically draw a super detailed map of your entire process to see exactly where all the traffic jams and wasteful steps are hiding. Now, our surgeon, Six Sigma, gets to that incredible 3.4 defects per million by being relentless and data-driven. This isn't about hunches or guesswork. It's all about systematically analyzing a process, using statistics to find the root cause of errors, and then completely removing them from the system for good. So if Six Sigma is the philosophy, what's the actual instruction manual? Well, that's where we find the engine that powers every single project, a 5-step cycle called DMAIC. DMAIC is really the heart of Six Sigma in action. It's an acronym that stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. And this isn't just some random checklist, It's a structured, repeatable recipe that makes sure every project is guided by cold, hard data, not just good intentions. The logic here is just beautiful. It makes so much sense. First, you define the problem you're trying to solve. Be super clear about it. Then, you measure the current process to see how it's actually performing. Get that baseline. Next, you analyze all that data to figure out the root cause of the problem. Once you know what's wrong, you can improve the process by implementing a real solution. And here's the key part, you then control the new process to make sure you don't slip back into old habits. Okay, so we have our big picture philosophies and our powerful problem-solving engine, but here's the thing. You can't build a high-performance race car in a messy, disorganized garage, right? For any of this to actually work, you need a solid foundation, and that foundation is called 5S. 5S is all about creating a workplace where everything is clean, organized, and standardized. The whole idea is that you just can't be efficient or produce high-quality work in a state of chaos. By getting the physical environment in order, you cut down on waste and create the stability you need for those bigger improvements to actually stick. The 5 S's are incredibly practical. First, you sort. Go through everything and get rid of what you don't need. Then, set an order, a place for everything and everything in its place. After that, shine. Keep the workspace clean on a regular basis. Now, the 4th step is critical. You standardize these first 3 steps so they just become how things are done. And finally, sustain. You build the discipline as a team to keep it going for the long haul. And here's a cool little extra. A lot of organizations have found this system so useful that they've actually added a 6th S for safety. It's a perfect example of how these aren't rigid rules, but living frameworks that you can adapt to fit what's most important for your team. All right, let's just step back for a second and look at what we've put together. We haven't just learned a few new buzzwords. We've actually built a complete, interconnected toolbox for making any process better. So let's put it all together. You've got Six Sigma to surgically remove defects and variation. You've got Lean to make everything flow faster by getting rid of waste. You've got DMAIC as your step-by-step playbook for solving those tough problems. And you have 5S as the basic discipline of organization that makes everything else possible. Each tool has its job, but man, they work best when you use them together.
And look, these powerful ideas aren't just for giant factory floors. Think about your own day-to-day routines, how you manage your inbox, how you tackle a project at work, or even just how you organize your kitchen. Where's the wasted time or motion? What are the recurring mistakes, the defects? The real question this leaves us with is, how could you use this toolbox to engineer a better process for yourself?